My name is Tony Matar. I'm a church planter in the city of Seattle, planted a church called Venture Seattle.
This is Dr. Brandon Beals. My wife and I are the founding and lead pastors at Venture Church in the Seattle area, and you are listening to Pastors Unfiltered.
We're having all night revival.
You are listening to Pastors Unfiltered. I'm your co-host, Pastor Tony Matar, joined by my lovely co-host, Brandon Lee, Dr. Brandon Lee Beals. Doctor, how are you?
I'm good.
Do you remember when you asked me and the entire staff to call you doctor moving forward? You said, I now expect you to call me doctor.
That doesn't sound like me.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And this is the first time I think I've ever actually called you doctor.
Did you know that I had a number of people tell me how funny they thought last week's episode was?
I thought it was great. Yeah, I loved our one comment on YouTube, correcting the average median comment.
What did it say?
Cool. I don't know. Yeah, I'll read it to you. Excuse my French. I mean, English isn't my first language here, folks.
You mixed up what average and median
You
mean?
can have an average mean home or a median home, but not an average median. Okay.
That is true.
Thanks. Okay, let's debrief on some stuff. I watched Superman last night.
Okay. Did you like it?
I know a lot of people haven't watched it yet, so I'm not gonna give anything away. I loved it. I thought it was so good.
The highlight of the whole movie, Crypto.
Crypto's the best.
He is.
I hate dogs, but I love Crypto. He was amazing.
Came right home, told my wife, we have to get another dog. We're naming him Crypto.
Have you watched Super Pets? You strike me as someone who loves animated film.
Yeah, I'm a big animated film. I did not know there was such movie as Super.
My daughter
Pets.
loved it. I thought it was great. I thought cheesy at times, but that's Superman. Like he is. I thought they casted Lois Lane really well. The girl from Miss Maisel, she was great.
Yeah,
She was great.
It was Guardians of the Galaxy-ish.
Yeah, the humor. The humor.
Fun. I said this. I was on Sean's kind of reel that he posts about movies. And the big thing that I loved is they didn't give us Superman's origin story.
Yeah,
the
thank
world
God.
knows Superman's origin story. Anybody that's going to go to that movie knows his origin story. So the fact they just jumped right in, told us, hey, there's meta-humans in the world.
Loved it.
This happens. People have been dealing with this for 300 years. And I loved it. You jumped right into it. It was great.
Now, the villain, I remembered him from a British film I watched decades ago called About a Boy. Have you ever seen it? Hugh Grant?
No, but I remember him as Lex Luthor.
But that was crazy when I saw him I haven't seen him since About a Boy. He was this like chubby British kid, and now he's Lex Luthor. He was awesome. He did great too.
Did you know that he is the one that got paid the most money for that movie?
Really?
He's the actor that they paid the most to. Yep.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, listen, I want the DCU to win. I have no reason to hate them. I want them to win.
What did you think of Green Lantern?
Awesome. Where was he? Where was he? He was great.
Did you know that the very first Green Lantern they tried in cinema was Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, I remember.
And he was terrible.
The only thing he got out of that was Blake Lively. That's where they met.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. Which
I liked Hot
her and
Girl.
Justin Baldoni. There's a freaking fly in here. Justin Baldoni. Have you followed all that?
Yes.
I think they had a thing.
No way.
Dude, no, yes way they did.
No,
Yes
I don't.
way.
Not a chance.
You don't think they had a thing?
No.
I think they were thinking.
No.
I think they were. Okay. Her and T Swift, they're broken up. They're broken up.
Blake Lively and Taylor Swift?
Blake Lively and Taylor.
Have you broken up with Taylor Swift yet?
I never was with her to begin with.
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song again?
None of them.
Oh.
None of them. I think she makes atrocious music.
Right about now, Judah, there should be a We're Never Getting Back Together. Okay.
Hey, what do you think of the new Bieber album? You like it?
He has a new album?
I'm glad you know who he is. Yeah.
Well, I only know because my daughter's been obsessed with Justin Bieber since she was 8.
Okay, last thing, because I really do want to get spiritual today. The Epstein files. Are they going to get dropped? Is this the week we get them?
I think they're going to drop something, but it's not going to be all the information, and that is going to upset people.
Do you think Trump's on the list?
You already asked me this last week.
Did you answer it?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember your answer.
I think there's a good chance that just about every major politician and leader is on that list.
Okay, so last
You know
thing-
who won't be on that list?
Jesus Christ. Diabetes.
JD Vance. He won't be on that list.
Have you seen the meme of JD Vance? Of his inflated face with the hair.
Did you hear about JD Vance took his kids to Disneyland and
saw
kept getting booed by people?
I thought it was funny he went to Disneyland. I thought it'd be too woke for him.
Well, I mean, you take your kids to Disneyland. That's why you do it. But I just think the fact that people are such tools that someone can be
He's with his
at
family. I
a
get it.
Disney
Yeah.
park with
Yeah.
their kids
Let him
and
be.
people are booing them.
He's being a dad.
just-
Just let him be a dad.
It's ridiculous.
I agree. Let
Hey,
him be
I
a
think the
dad.
most important thing to talk about, Cal Raleigh
I know.
wins the home run derby.
It was out of a movie with the video of him at 10 years old.
It was
and
8
there
years
was-
old. His dad posted the video. He's like, I'm going to be the home run derby champion. And
I know.
Here he is. That video probably has millions of views now. The best part is that he almost didn't make it out of the first round, but by like
remember
a
that.
10th of an inch.
I remember that.
And I don't know how they determined how far that went. I know they take laser angles and different sides and determine it, but he ends
did
up
great.
going through, and then he dominates from that point on.
That was awesome.
I loved it. His dad was throwing to him. His brother was catching.
was
It's
amazing.
been announced that he's buying his brother a car.
With $1 million.
Yeah.
Are you going to the game on Friday?
I am not. No, I'm gonna be in Idaho on Friday.
Oh, wonderful. I love
Yeah,
Idaho.
I'm looking forward to that.
Can't wait.
I am suggesting that someday when I have a grandchild,
Yes.
that my first grandchild's name be either Cal or Callie.
Callie?
Callie. I'm trying to think of a girl version of Cal.
Oh.
Callie. My wife actually followed it up with, I actually think Callie's really cute. That's a cute name. So what do you
What?
think? Your next kid?
Crypto.
Cal or Callie?
Crypto.
No, that's my first. My next dog is Crypto. I looked at Kona and I said, I'm changing her name to Crypto, and she's gonna run around with the tape on.
Hey, before we dive into today's guest, my sister listened to the podcast last week. My sister, who's an attorney,
Okay,
practicing attorney.
is she gonna sue us?
Nope.
Okay,
I asked her not to. I always start out every call. I say, "Hey, Amira, it's me. Don't sue me." And she goes, "I've heard that."
I thought
joke."
maybe we were in trouble for slander.
She thinks it's not funny. She loved our podcast.
No way.
Loved it. She said it was hilarious. She said, she said her exact words, "Y'all jive well."
We jive well. Okay, she
Yeah.
better be a regular listener.
I think she might be.
Bump us to 254. You know what I'm gonna do next week?
Yes.
I'm gonna start off our podcast after you introduce me
Yeah.
by sharing what in the last year, now that I have access to all these stats,
Yeah.
I've been diving into it. I'll share our 5 most listened to episodes in the last year.
Oh.
And it's not what you think. You know what I think the most listened to episode so far is? Guess.
The one with Christian Limbeck.
By far and away, the number 1 episode is God in Politics with Josh Ziefel.
Oh. Cool.
I think the Christian one, I think, is number 3, if I'm right. But I got to obviously migrate the YouTube stats over too.
Anytime I do one with David, it has like 10 listeners. Because for 10 minutes, it's David going, "Come on, guys, give God a shout of praise." And it's like, what? I'm right here, man.
I don't
Why are
even
you
think
so
he's
loud?
listed in the top 100.
And half of his shirt is on. He's got glasses indoors, and his hat is half on backwards.
What is fascinating about being able to look at those stats now is you can tell that there's people that found our podcast and are
Yes.
starting to listen to them all.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my goodness. So someone is traveling around Europe, and they text me pictures of what podcast they're on next
Oh, fun.
that they hadn't listened to. Yeah, I've been in trouble multiple times for things I said from them. I'm like, I said that a year and a half ago. That's covered under the blood by now.
Let's move on. We haven't gotten in trouble in a while. I'm proud of ourselves.
We've been really politically correct.
We've been good boys.
We haven't said anything. Yeah.
Even I talked about Trump, and I never talk about Trump. I
My
talked about
mom
Trump last
hasn't
week.
called to yell at me.
Brandon, you've been a good boy.
She doesn't call me to tell me I've been good. I
Oh.
get called when I've been bad.
Oh. You don't come around the house enough. That's the call I get every week.
My parents bought a new dog.
Crypto?
They should have named it Crypto. No, because my parents named dogs terrible names. They
Hallie.
named the dog Molly.
Oh, God. Let's get started.
I had literally told my
Okay.
parents, they were so sad about their dog, Daisy, dying,
Daisy.
that I was like, Mom, I'll buy you a new dog. To help you with your grieving, I will buy a new dog, but I get to name the dog. because you guys are terrible at naming. My mom says yes,
Okay.
finds the dog, texts me, says, hey, here's how much it's going to cost. Are you okay with this? And I said, I'll buy it for you, Mom. But I get to name the dog. And then I'm heading off to Europe. By the time I get back from Europe, they've bought said dog and named it Molly. Molly.
White people do white people things, PB. I don't know what to tell you.
Molly.
We went to Applebee's and we brought Molly with us in our Chevrolet. We love the decor.
At the minimum, they should have named the dog Callie after Cal Raleigh.
Yeah. On her big dumper.
All right, should you introduce our
Let's
guests
do
or
it.
not?
Hey,
Or do you
we
care?
got some amazing people with us today. Getting to know them, really enjoying them. Johnathan and Kailani Aleman. I learned today. Aleman. Not Aleman, not ailment. Aleman. Welcome, our newest kids, youth, pastors. There's a fly in this room. It's really getting under my skin. How are you guys?
Doing fantastic.
Doing great. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you for being here. Is this your first time on a podcast?
I
Yes.
think so.
You know we've had pretty famous people on here, right?
So I've heard.
You're on the list.
Wow, that's an
We
honor.
had
That's pretty.
Marty Solomon after he had just been on Lecrae. That's kind of our call to fame right now.
That's a big deal.
That is
Yeah.
a big deal.
We've also had Di Beals. Okay, tell us a little bit about you guys. You guys, tell us a little about you, your family, and where you're from.
Originally, we are from California.
Through and through.
And we have two beautiful kids, son Alakai and our daughter Kyla.
What's the name of the ugly child? You have two beautiful ones and one ugly one?
Our dog Pebbles.
Our dog Pebbles.
She's an English
See,
bulldog.
Pebbles. What a good name for a dog.
That is a good name.
So
for a
much better
dog.
than Molly.
Yeah.
We were thinking Flintstones. We were thinking we were
Yeah.
eventually going to get a Bam Bam, but we just ended up with the Pebbles.
Yeah.
She's great. She's just an old lady now.
Those vitamins saved my life growing up.
Flintstone kids.
Oh my gosh, you
You
got
killed
it.
the fly. If you're watching the video, Pastor Brandon just manhandled that
can
fly.
you zoom in on that? Oh.
Sent it to the pits of hell. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you guys have a dog named Pebbles.
Yep.
Californians.
Yes.
In and out. Big in and out.
Huge fan.
Huge
Have you tried
fans.
Dick's yet?
Do we? do
Dick's
you-
Drive-In, for those of you that are offended whenever I say just Dick's.
You have to finish the sentence.
We have
Yes.
tried it.
And you don't like it better than In-N-Out?
She's not a mustard fan. No. And so she didn't care for it too
Oh.
much. I
No,
liked
let's-
it.
Californians can't get behind it. They just
But
can't.
it's
They're
not
always going to
In-N-Out.
be in and out to the grave.
It's like in our blood that we have to love In-N-Out
In-N-Out's
more
like
than
buns
everything.
are crunchy.
Yeah, that's
They're
delicious.
I think
Crunchy. Ugh. And their fries aren't that good.
Yeah, because they put butter under on the buns.
So Californians, and how'd you guys meet?
We met through church. So I'll try to give a short version, but I'm not really great at that. I was doing an internship at our church, and I interned with his sister, and she had been praying for her brother to come back to the Lord, and he ended up coming back to the house to move in, to pay off some debt and some finances, and showed up, and everyone's like, are you going to like him? And I was like, no, he's 7 years older. There's no way. He's an old man. And then, after I was running summer camps, and we needed an adult volunteer, and they were like, call that guy. And he made every excuse not to go, and the Lord made a way. He gave his life back to the Lord there at that summer camp.
With the kids.
With the students. Returned back to his calling the following winter camp in that January. And then it was like the Lord removed the goggles. And I was like, wait a minute, this man is serving the Lord and he's going into full-time ministry. Harrow. So, that's when everything changed.
Shout out to John Predican. He was the one who
So you're
awesome.
7 years older than her.
I am.
How old were you guys when you started dating?
Wait, why do people ask that? Why do they go back
I
to that?
just want to make sure you weren't 13.
No, absolutely not.
She was 14.
Stop, don't play. Gosh, that's not true. That is a lie.
We're going to get our first email. It's coming.
No,
Barb is calling me.
I was like 19, I think, when we met. 19, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was
You know, those camps I've had summer camps where when I was a youth pastor, I'd bring a youth leader or a student who went off to college, came back and weren't following Jesus, and I'd bring them to those camps for that reason.
Me too.
And you'd watch them give their life to Christ with all the teenagers and just get radically saved.
Yeah.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
So you guys met and then decided, how long were you guys dating before you're like, all right, I think we should get married? And
2 years.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's about a year and a half. Yeah, I think the big question for everyone was the age gap. It was a big deal for a lot of people. Not really for us, but mostly the people around us. And so we had to constantly question, like, is this a big deal? And he was worried that I was too young. I didn't want to get married to, And I was like, honestly, I've just had so much life, even in my short time of living, that I just know what I want. I know where I'm going. I'm ready to go. Let's just do this thing. So.
Isn't Nicole Butcher like 7 years older than Morgan?
In maturity?
Well,
Yes.
definitely that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it was all about what people thought of us, but then we got together and I was like, hey, I like you. Do you like me?
Yeah.
I don't want to live my life based on what people think about us, and we can make this work. And we both knew that marriage was the next step for both of us.
Yeah, if you have your parents' blessing, your pastor's blessing.
Yeah. Well, fun story about that too. So what I didn't know at the time was my stepdad had been attending our Saturday night service, but I attended the Sunday morning. So I never really saw him go there. So he kind of sneak in and out every now and again. Well, Johnathan was playing bass on that Saturday night worship service. So I'll never forget. It was like one of our first trunk or treats. We were serving together. And I was like, all right, this is the day. I'm going to invite my dad to go meet him. I was like, all right, Padre, I've been talking to you about this guy. Let me introduce you. And they go up to each other. He's like, hey, Jeff. Hey, Johnathan. They like give each other a hug. And I was like, hold on. You guys know each other? So what I didn't know was that Johnathan had been sitting with him every single Saturday. I don't think intentionally at first.
Not at first. I just saw this guy and he was sitting by himself, and I noticed because I'm playing, seeing everybody from up on the stage, and I just sat with him and introduced myself, and he started coming consecutively, and I started sitting with him after worship, and then realized, like,
I'm dating his daughter.
yeah.
Pretty much. I was like, wait, did you really plan this? Like, are you that?
Oh, that's cool.
I was extra nice to him when I found out that.
Yeah, but it was cool. So it was an easy way for us to get to know. I already knew his family. That was
That's
friends with his
awesome.
sister,
Yeah.
so.
And so you guys have been, tell us how long you've been in ministry and what kind of ministry, what types of ministry?
Yeah, so around that time, during my internship is when I launched my first ministry. We were doing small groups, and I launched a junior high ministry at our church. We didn't have anything. And so that was my first time in not full-time ministry, but as an intern, launched that. And then shortly after is when he joined the student or adult leadership team and launched small groups. And so he was an adult leader for that time. And we have been in ministry ever since. So shortly after that.
15 years.
Has it been 15? Yeah, around 15 years now. So we
celebrated 13 years of marriage. It was a feat.
13 years on July 7th. Wow. Yeah, and we've been a part of it ever since. We've done kids, youth, a little bit of young adults. And
What's been your favorite so far?
Oh, junior high, hands down.
Really? See, we were junior high. We've been junior high pastors before.
Yeah.
I never have been.
You had them.
I had junior hires. I always hired
You were their
junior high
pastor,
pastors.
so you were a junior high pastor.
Now, what was interesting, a little bit about their story for people in our church, when we were interviewing them, wasn't it right around Easter?
Yeah, right.
I remember that I was like slammed busy and I got thrown into
So
this.
were we.
Yeah.
And so we were interviewing you, knowing that we had two positions open, knowing that we had a junior high position. And it was we called it more of a tweener because it's 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. We wanted to bridge that gap. And we'd actually been interviewing and we're fairly along in the process with someone else. But the person clearly wanted to be the youth pastor and was going to say yes to this job because they thought, well, maybe someday I might put me in a position to be the youth pastor, but it wasn't their passion. And so for me, what really got me excited about the two of you is when I think Morgan asked, what is your passion? And you said, honestly, like that 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade range. I mean, it was like we both hit mute. And we're like, what in the world? Say no to this other guy really quickly. And so we were really encouraged.
You got to
by that.
hear our side of the story. So you text back, yeah, well, we're interested. We always walk through doors that present himself, and God will shut the ones that he doesn't want us to go through. And so we agreed for this Zoom meeting, and we know that it's for a kids pastor position. And
Well, our understanding was that we were interviewing for a kids pastor position.
And so, Morgan asks, hey, what are you guys passionate about? So I tell him, I love kids. I've grown a heart for kids ministry. And then she goes on, she's like, well, to be honest, it's junior high ministry. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
he's like literally hitting me under the table and kicking
I'm like,
me.
this is not for junior high ministry. This is for kids.
That's not the job.
I'm like, well, that's confirmation. We're not going to go any further.
Yeah,
through
we're
this
like,
door.
I blew it. And then both of you guys were like, that's interesting. And I was like, oh, there it goes. You're like, actually, we were looking for this. And we were thinking about that role. And I was like, shut up.
And then she starts hitting me underneath the
like,
table. So.
No, but it was just, again, it just showed us so much how God was in all of this. I mean, through and through, from start to finish. Like, this had always been the end goal for me, was to be in junior high ministry. Being in youth ministry is great. It's awesome. It's fun. I love it. But I just love that junior high age. So just having that designated space and time to be able to operate in that is like,
and what's
dream
cool
come true.
is you get to work with Johnny.
Yeah.
And
Incredible.
Tony doesn't really like Johnny very much, but the rest of us think Johnny is amazing.
I call him my spiritual stepson. Not worthy to be my actual son.
Okay, you know what? Let me tell you this. We have served under and worked with a lot of youth pastors, and we've been them. Yeah. I will say, Johnny is probably one of the best, if not one of the best youth pastor I have ever served with.
He's totally top shelf.
Like, I will
he
not.
Has studied. He's
I can't even put it into words.
Intellectual.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. He just is.
It's pretty incredible.
He's the only person I have on staff that calls me pastor.
Hey, that's not fair.
You call me pastor?
I don't call you Brandon. My wife does. I call you pastor.
What do you really call me?
I
you
call
me
PB.
PB.
I call you PB.
Okay.
He calls you PB, and he's your son.
He calls me pastor.
So as new employees, what do you prefer?
I like PB.
PB?
You should have said doctor. This is your time
That
to
was the moment.
use it.
I like Dr. Beals.
Dr. Beals. That has
You know,
a ring to it.
I'm currently an adjunct professor at Northwest.
I think you mentioned that every podcast.
Well, it was just that one. We heard one.
So help me understand, because from what my understanding is here at the Mill Creek campus, there's a huge tweens ministry now. Had a few, but now there's a handful, like obviously a lot of them. What was it about tweens, Kailani, that you were like, man, I love these people? Because I was a junior high pastor for 3 years. Mm-hmm. I had hair when I started the job. I lost hair. I had nothing left when I became a youth pastor.
Yeah. You know, I think for me, that age is just so special. One thing that I think the Lord has really showed me is just, I think identity is everything.
Yeah.
Identity is everything. And when you understand who you are in Christ, everything else goes through that filter. And at that tween age, at that 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th age, it's like your identity is in crisis. Who am I apart from my parents? I'm trying 100%. To be a teenager. I'm trying to be older. I'm trying to have responsibility, but I don't really know how to do that yet. And then, so having that safety net of like, I want to grow up and have responsibility, but I don't really feel 100% safe to do that yet. And just like operating in that while also having this impression and influence of high schoolers and other outside, influences. I just think it's really special to be able to be a part of that time. And what we've seen is actually one of my first junior high students who lives out here in Washington. We got to go spend 4th of July with them.
Oh, fun.
It showed me that there's hope because he made it. And David, he is such a cool kid. He's such a cool guy now. But when he was in that ministry, there's always one.
They're the worst. Yeah.
And there was a moment where I really wondered, like, how is this kid going to grow up and make it? I just don't know. And now he's married to an incredible lawyer. He has a beautiful son. They're living their best life out here. And it just showed me, like, man, even the kids who are just maybe feeling so lost and so frantic, like when their identity is wrapped in the Lord, there's nothing that can stop them. And so it's just 100%. An honor and exciting to be a part of that time. So that's my
love it.
My thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
We haven't announced this yet to the church, but it has been approved by the board. So we have this area that we weren't going to develop on our building project expansion, that our builder came to us and said, hey, things have really slowed down in Western Washington. Our framers, our other subs, they're desperate for work. We think we can build out this 1,200 square foot area for you guys for a third of what the price would be.
Wow.
And said, if you can do this, we can build you this room that'll be about 1,200 square feet. And that is, we voted on it as a board. We got to raise the money. It's going to cost $250,000, but that will become basically the youth junior high room.
Yes.
No way.
I know, isn't that crazy? It's going to be Johnny and Kailani's offices will be up there.
No way.
And this huge, it's just an exclusive youth only room.
Wow.
I want you to think.
I don't want to.
In 20 years of being the pastor at Venture, we did give that little cube in the back of the Everett building that kept getting broken into, kept getting hit by golf balls. We gave that to the youth, but this is actually a really nice room. Second floor, it's going to have windows that overlook all the neighbors' yards. It'll be great.
I was the youth pastor when the church decided to go mobile.
Yep.
4 years.
What
He
a
had to
time.
rent a facility to do youth.
Oh God, full
Four
setup, full tear down.
four facilities in 4 years.
Oh,
And then
that's so rough.
we finally got this building, and then that stupid virus went around. Johnathan, why kids? Kids ministry, I think is unique. I do feel like any other ministry, you obviously have to feel deeply called to it. I love children now that I'm a dad. Yeah. You see the way they view Jesus, the way they view the world. Like they're just so innocent. Like they're beautiful. Like, so why kids? What drew you to kids ministry?
So initially, I didn't like kids. I didn't even want to be a kids pastor. And we were both serving at a church, part-time youth pastor, and we got a call to go full-time. I got a call to go full-time, but it was overseeing kids as well. And I remember the phone call. He said, yeah, you'll also be in charge of kids ministry, and you really need to step into that role because the kids pastor is going to be leaving. And I remember I laughed at him. I'm like, that's not me. I'm called to youth ministry. Yeah. And he's like, okay, well, Johnathan, do me one thing. And I said, sure. And he said, will you pray about it? Sure, I'll pray about it. And hung up the phone and did not sleep for 3 nights. And so the third night, I got on my knees and I said, okay, God, what is it? You're trying to get my attention. What's going on? And the response I got was, I called you, period. And I'm like, all right, God, you're calling me. So that very morning, I called him back up and I said, hey, look, I'm willing to walk through these doors. And I ended up getting the job and becoming a kids pastor. Still did not like it at all. My passion was with youth. But later down the road, my wife got pregnant and she had a miscarriage. And I was really upset at God. And I'm just, God, why? I really wanted to be a dad. And he told me, you already are one. And at the time, the kids at our church, some of them were being brought by grandparents or aunt and uncles. And so they were, in a way, fatherless. And that day, my heart grew like the Grinch. It was just huge. Yeah. And I've never looked back. And I've always seen a need for kids to have a spiritual father in their lives. And God's allowed me to continue to walk down this road. And I haven't looked back since.
I love it.
And it's a ton of fun.
It is.
Like, as you get to know Johnathan, like, fun is like everything. And so when you see him in his, like, it is so his element. It's like he was born for that. It's pretty incredible.
I'd be such a crappy kids pastor. I'd just put on a video and go, watch this. And then, all right, we're going to wait 10 minutes till your parents come back.
It's going to be the longest 10 minutes of your life, Tony.
And then we put on Miss Rachel at some point. Oh, she's a Christian. Put her on. Okay, so new job, new city. What are some big, have you guys even thought like big goals or dreams that you guys have for your departments yet? Have you even been able to think that far? Or?
Well, it's exciting because we get to be a part of the new build out.
Yeah.
We've been a part of renovations and redesigning things, but there's always been, man, I wish they would have put this here. Now we actually just did a walkthrough of where the electrical boxes are going, and I got into dreaming mode. And I'm like, okay, want this here. And so it's going to be an amazing space, and super glad to be a part of where everything's going.
It is cool, PB, that you have allowed your pastors to have a say in the building plans rather than there's this far off exec team who make executive decisions and no one is aware of what's happening. But to be able to work together and dream, like that's pretty awesome. Like that doesn't happen often.
Yeah. This is another announcement. Another announcement that I'm making.
Like ESPN.
Get ready. Man. Just as we're going to have to raise $250,000 to have a youth room, youth specific, we're going to also have to raise about $250,000 to outfit the kids area. So I'm talking to the camera. But we've hired a company, Plain Joe. They did the original design. But our goal is that we create the greatest kids facility in the region. So it's going to be themed. We're thinking a treehouse with a slide that kids slide. That's how they get out of kids' church. They slide out, and all these different things going to be fully designed. It's going to look incredible. Our goal is that kids are begging their parents to come to church on Sunday, that they don't want to miss because they love the kids' ministry, the leadership, but also the actual rooms and aesthetic of it. Like, we are doing our version of Disneyland here in the kids' ministry. So moms and dads, grandparents, get ready. The ask is coming. But the cool thing for Johnathan is he gets to be a part of that design, and he'll be with Plain Joe when they're here, designing everything and helping us execute. It'll be great.
I'm going to Disneyland in October. I'm going to call them. Plain Joe hooks us up. They get us into
Are
Club
you really
33.
going to try?
Yeah, 100%.
Should I fly out with you and go with you? I could be your chaperone.
Rather not, but
Why don't you take me instead of Ariel? Like, you and I could go.
You'd be like, this food is bland, or you would inhale the food, and we wouldn't like sit and be like, how are you, Brandon? How's life?
You want to do that?
How are
with
you
me?
and Jesus?
I just want to. I want to.
You don't go there for 30 minutes.
No, I go there to buy the swag.
Yes.
It's the sole reason.
It is.
The sole reason I
It
go to
is.
Club 33 is the swag.
Club 33. We've been there once, and it was like
It's amazing.
amazing. But
Yeah,
we
it's
are
amazing.
big Disney people too.
Yeah,
Big Disney.
we are currently annual pass holders right now.
We still have our passes.
So when you live in California, how often did you guys go down to Disneyland?
We were there almost every weekend. I mean, for the past almost a year, for about 9 months solid, we were there almost every weekend once we got our passes.
Still magical every time?
Yeah.
Because we got
because
kids.
we have kids.
You live it through your
They don't
kids'
get
eyes.
sick of it?
No.
No. You say you want to go to SeaWorld or you want to go to Disneyland? What are they going to choose?
Dude, I went to SeaWorld so we did sabbatical in Vegas and San Diego 2 years ago. I was there for a month. And we did San Diego for a week. I went to SeaWorld. I hadn't been there since like 1995.
Hasn't changed, has it?
Oh, gosh. I thought I was going to get shanked. They were doing a Bow Wow concert that
Dude,
night.
that's not the time to go. That is not the time to go, let me tell you.
Okay, Kailani, goals for you, dreams, aspirations.
I can't wait to see, just to have a J-High service. Like, I would love to see J-High have its own service, its own full run through, its own space where they can just come, own that space, know that it's theirs, grow in the Lord, and go from there. I think that having these combined moments with the youth and with high schoolers is so powerful and amazing, but having dedicated time just for themselves is really, really special and really cool.
Yeah.
And so I can't wait. I'm so excited for that new room. It's amazing. I knew there was a little whisper of it possibly happening. So to hear it's going through is just, I'm so stoked.
It's going to be so great because junior high, they get kicked out of kids ministry and then they're not really fully accepted with high school. And so
they're back at the bottom
they
of
don't
the totem
have their
pole.
own
really
space.
are. Yeah.
And so having their own space is going to be huge. I believe that ministry is just going to explode.
Yep.
Our high schoolers were always, when I was a youth pastor, they loved the J Harris, but they didn't hang out with them or go out of their way to get to know them. And they were always just sitting in the back. Whenever we did the Love, Sex, Dating series, none of them would be there. Or one of them would show up. He had no idea, even though we emailed the parents.
Yeah.
Rude
His
awakening.
eyes would just be like,
Yeah.
that's how it works. What?
It's probably a time when you get a couple emails and phone calls. So,
Oh,
yeah.
don't miss that.
Yeah.
No, there's going to be a lot of excited parents that are going to love this particular ministry. And the fact that we prioritize it so much that now there's even space specifically in the building for it. So
Yeah.
the wildest thing, when I think about this building expansion, obviously I've walked around it a lot in the last week. We're adding, with this new room, 7 classrooms.
Wow.
7. We went from 0 to 7 new classrooms, Tony. It was really fun. We're sitting underneath where all the executive offices are going to be. So we all got to go up there, measure out our offices and now we got to find furniture.
Do you have to share a bathroom with Morgan in the new executive suite?
This bathroom right here is going to have a lock on it. And I'm the only one with a key. So even though I'm upstairs, I'm going to come down and still use my bathroom.
Something, and you guys are going to learn about David, not in a weird way. You will just see David come down, shower, and walk out with a towel around his neck. Go, hey guys. And you go, hey David. He uses that bathroom all the time, especially when you're gone.
Uses mine?
Oh yeah,
Morgan does?
No, David. He showers in it all
does.
the time.
He won't be able to because
Does he use your soap?
He will not have a key. No, I can tell when David's there because David leaves his towel in there. And so I actually brought the towel home and had Di wash it. So it's currently in there right now.
Or incinerate it. Okay, hey, we got to land the plane soon. I'm excited for you guys, and I know I'm not at the campus, but we're Team Ventures. So it doesn't matter what campus we're at. We're for the team. We're for the church, and I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited to see what God does through you. I think we've had 20 years of hard blood, sweat, tears, and building, and now it's like someone gets to finally come in and like dream. Like Pastor Kaylee, before you guys came in on the heels of, it was COVID. And then I was on the heels of we tore down our building and went mobile. So it's like it's really cool to like have people just come in and go, yeah, we're excited. And I'm excited for you guys. So we ask every guest 3 questions. What are you reading? What are you listening to? And that could be music, podcasts, and you could be fully honest. Doesn't matter. And then what do you do for fun? Which we learned you guys go to Legoland every weekend.
Okay, reading. I do audiobooks a lot. I listen to audiobooks more than I actually read a physical book. I was just re-listening to the Red Rising series. So that's a really good
My wife
series,
is obsessed with.
which I love, and I love
All
your
of them.
wife.
She cried. She cried during the 3rd book, she said. She said it just gets real.
There's a couple moments where it's pretty intense. So reading that, listening to podcasts. I love a good leadership podcast. I know it sounds super cheesy, but Carrie Newhoff's great podcast guy.
This stuff is great.
Listening to Wes Huff a little bit.
Yeah,
he's an interesting one. I like listening to him. And then what do I do for fun? I like kind of brainless stuff. So I'll play some weird little apps on my phone or Sudoku.
They're big board game people too.
And then board game. I was going to say
Catan.
Yep. Yeah, we just got a new one, Flip 7. It's a simple little card game.
So fun.
So fun. You play
so
it.
fun.
Yeah.
I dominated. I beat Morgan and Debica, all those people.
Oh my
I dominated with one eye open. I was so tired.
Wow.
Dominated.
That's impressive.
Yeah, Morgan kept hitting the bet. Like, not the bet, like he would risk it all.
Yeah.
And then he'd crash out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
fun.
we're board
That
game
game's
people.
a ton of fun.
Yeah, we love those. So yeah, that's what.
Okay.
That's me.
For me, right now, reading a book by Brandon Sanderson that is the Stormlight Archive, and I'm in book 3. For personal growth, I'm reading Not a Fan. I read that about once a year just to get my butt into shape. And podcasts, I pretty much follow Kailani. I think I turned you on to Wes.
What's up? Yeah.
And then Craig Rochelle
Yeah.
and Carrie Newhoff. And for fun, love playing board games. Love spending time with my family, kids, and hanging out with people.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Now, are you guys still Survivor fans?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Do you guys ever listen to Rob as a podcast?
We have not listened to the podcast. No.
Is it a good one to
We
listen to?
haven't.
Oh, it's the Survivor podcast. Rob
That's
as a
what
podcast.
so that's what I've heard. I just haven't got into
Drives
it yet.
Tony nuts.
Why is Tony
For
doing that?
the first 6 months
I
we
don't
did the
know who else
podcast,
watches
that was my favorite
Survivor.
podcast.
Oh,
but
me
I
too.
stopped listening to it for a year, but now I'm fully back.
Because
Okay.
every
Rob as a
2 to 3
podcast.
episodes of Pastors Unfiltered, there has to be some Survivor reference. I'm like, why are we still talking about this?
You know what?
You
'Cause
want to
we
talk about
actually
Love
watch it.
Island?
I want to talk about Love Island, talk about how filthy that show is.
I would know. I've never watched an episode.
I watched the finale with my wife. I was appalled. Appalled. Yeah.
Yes, love Survivor. We're
That's
in
good.
it. Excited.
Well, thank you for being here, guys. Thanks for making time to be with us. Appreciate it. Anything you want to add? Any final 2 cents?
I'm excited. I'm excited to have you guys here. I think this was providential. I think God kind of united all of our hearts and brought you guys here at the right time. It's a fun time to be here. It's a fun time. Everything that's going on at the church. I'm excited about the future.
Let's go.
And for you listeners, get ready. We have to raise a little bit more money to finish this building.
Thanks
But
for
we're
having
going to
us
do
on.
it together.
The other day, I was at lunch with a gentleman from my church. He goes, "Pastor, do you enjoy fundraising?" Said, "Yeah, I wake up every morning, get out of bed, and go, can't wait to fundraise today."
The way that we should do an episode on this at some point, but the way that
worst.
fundraising works is you swear you're never going to do it again. And then you have that moment where you're just thinking, we really need to do this, but I'd have to raise money. And then you just feel, you have this moment where you just feel like the Lord just gives you faith to believe you're going to be able to pull it off. And then you find yourself announcing you're doing it.
When I was youth pastor in the final 2 years, I had HGTV stars tithing to our youth ministry.
Wow.
Literal HGTV stars.
Wow.
We
That's
had a lot of fun, and dreams became realities. And then I became a church planter. And people, when they see my caller ID, they just go, he's either asking for money or he's asking for money.
Well, folks, thank you for listening. We're glad you were with us today. Don't forget to rate and review the podcast. Give us 5 stars. All your feedback or questions, send it to it's podcast@ourventure.church, or email morgan.b@ourventure.church. He reads all your emails. We appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for being with us. Don't forget,
Jesus is the hope of the world. Let's make him famous.
We're having